What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodgy with EOAlive Sports, and today I am joined by LHS Wrestling State Champion Kenai Huff. It finally happened.
Finally did.
Yeah, what did that feel like?
It was great. It's been a huge goal since my freshman year, and I was so excited to be in the finals this year and really get it done.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I got a picture. I was watching it, but it's a little like the frozen moment. I get a picture from one of the moms, just like, oh, that's the biggest smile I've ever seen you have.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What about the anticipation leading up to it? You know what I mean? You got to wrestle what? You have to win 4 in a row.
Yeah, basically,
to win state. The anticipation, what's that like? Like sitting there waiting for 3 hours, or however long between semis and the final.
Yeah, it was just I was totally like locked in. I was ready to be there. Nothing was gonna stop me. I was just a full train ahead. Headed to the finals. I really didn't think about it. I didn't want to let myself think about it or anything. I just wanted to get there, and I wanted to put in the best effort I could while I was down there.
Yeah. It's really easy to get up in your own head in a situation like that, and that's detrimental. Right?
Yeah, it is.
So, second place last year.
Yep.
Second place the year before?
Yep.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
This year, you're on the opposite side.
Yep.
What was that second place guy feeling like?
It's the worst feeling ever. You place higher than all those other guys that are getting, third and fourth, even like the fifth and sixth guys. And but you're leaving the tournament with a loss, getting second place, and especially at the end of a hard, long season, it's just super tough. You don't get any more wrestling to do. You don't get to prove yourself at all. You just end the season with a second place, and I didn't want to end this season this year at second place.
The second place is the only placer that goes out of the tournament on a loss.
Yep.
Everybody else has to win. Right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You have to win to get you have to win to get third.
Yeah.
You have to win to get fifth.
Yep.
And then second place is just like, oh, you get beat and
yep, first second. Loser.
Yeah, it's can't be a good feeling.
It's not.
How'd you get into wrestling?
It was, even since I was a little kid, I used to play basketball, and when I played basketball, I really didn't play very much. It just really wasn't my sport. I finally figured that out in like 5th grade, and then when I didn't do anything in my 5th grade year, and then I was starting to think about it. Parker McKinley and Dalton Sheets, I was in their classes in 6th grade, and they were really telling me that I should get into it. Chloe Carson used to send me these like posters, and he sent me it was a poster of a Patriots like NFL. He won the Super Bowl, and it was a little Chloe wrote on it and said that he'd love to have me wrestle once I got in high school, and so that kind of got me going. And so I went out for wrestling when I was in 7th grade, and then I won districts. I lost maybe a couple times throughout the year, but I didn't really lose that much. And then I won the district tournament, and then because of COVID, we didn't get to go to the state tournament. But that was kind of the beginning of my wrestling career.
So Clell's been recruiting. He does that. He'll find you like in kindergarten. He's down there like handing out suckers, like come out for the.
It was a little pamphlet, like I was saying, of the Super Bowl guy. And he won, and he was a lineman. And the saying was, before I was a Super Bowl champion, I was a wrestler. And he knew that then I was knew I was a really big football guy, and so he really wanted to feed into that goal, and so he wanted me to come out and wrestle.
I think that's pretty common. My son was a basketball player too until 8th grade.
Yeah. And
the football coaches came up to him and said, "Hey man, football players at Dallas don't play basketball."
And I'll live that to the day I die, that wrestling 100% helps out football. You become it help they both help each other.
No doubt.
Yep.
They complement each other very, very well.
They do.
This season, Talk a little bit about like a day in the life of Kenai, like during wrestling. I want to hear what your day looks like. A state champion, what you have to do, like to tell the little, like give the little kids an idea of what a day looks like. Talk about eating. You don't have to cut weight. So
No,
you don't have to
I
worry
don't.
about
No.
it. But you can talk a little bit about that too.
It's really just straightforward. A huge thing for me, and I think it should be for everybody, is lifting weights. Getting up early in the morning, making sure that you're doing everything you can. So just like the regular days was I get up and lift in the morning, whether it was the beginning of the week and a Monday, and I'm stretching, making sure my body's ready to go through, if it's a tough week, go through hell at wrestling practice, but make sure I'm getting my body ready, and then making sure I'm eating a good breakfast. For me, being a wrestler and being a heavyweight, I don't light heavyweight. I get to eat as much as I can. Eat anything I want. I still made sure to eat really good. So then I was always putting the right things in my body. A big thing for me was I just wanted to make sure that I was putting the right things in my body, so that my mind could be right. Making sure that I know that I did the right training, I did the right put the right things in my body. Just making sure that those were checked off that box, kind of thing. Yeah. But I'd run through my workouts. Making sure that I'm not, lifting too hard, hurting myself, really focusing on that, eating my breakfast, and then, just grinding the day out through school, eating lunch, eating a good lunch. Making sure that because eating is a super, super important thing, even if you're cutting. Believe it or not, I have had to cut before, and I 100% know that sucks.
Well,
but
there was a time when you probably wrestled 215.
Yeah, when I wrestled 215, I did have to cut a couple times. But it just, like I said, grinding out through school, and then you get to wrestling practice, and for me it was always like seventh period, like 3:10 comes around, and you're kind of just starting to make sure you're getting focused for practice. And some days we never knew, but just making sure some days that we were ready to maybe get our butts kicked, or maybe just get in and out and have a good practice, but always striving to have a good practice, a good workout, just trying to learn the best as we could. And then it was always, and even Chloe really does a great job of really preaching that, as we don't get done with practice early some days just so we can, he like says all the time, go hang out with your girlfriends. It's time to go home and rest, and if you have homework or anything. And I really made sure when after practice throughout the week I was going home and resting, making sure to ice anything that hurts, putting heat on anything, just making sure you're really prepared all season for what can happen.
Good. Who's your main workout partner, Dax?
My first 2 years of high school, my freshman and sophomore, it was Jared Armstrong. Yeah. And I loved wrestling with Jarrett. He was amazing. He was an upperclassman then. Yeah, he was really tough, and he was a really good workout partner. And then when I was a junior, Dex came in as a freshman, and he started to be my workout partner. And through the season, he got so much better as a freshman. And then going into this year, we just, me and him, made each other better. I got to do a lot of kind of teaching with him. It was really good just being able to wrestle him every day, show him some little tips and tricks type of thing. But a lot of the time, he was making me better just as much.
Mm-hmm. All right, before I get out of here, I give you a couple minutes to thank anybody that you want to thank.
There's so many people.
Start rattling them off.
I definitely want to thank Clark Carson. He was kind of the day one guy. Dalton Sheets was my middle school coach, and he was pretty awesome. Parker McKinley, he got me into it. He was one of the first people that I told when I bought my wrestling shoes for my first practice. He was one of the people I told. definitely John Tuck and Heath Paxton. They got to be in my corner during my state match, and it was amazing. They did a great job. They definitely one of my best people to sit in my corner. Just they're amazing. And then towards the end of the season, Parker Robinson and Gabe Shelkel, they came up and they were just a blast. Some days I'd just get to watch Gabe beat the crap out of Dex, and so that was a pretty good laugh. But Gabe definitely did a great job, and yeah, he was awesome. And then
another former state champion.
Yep, he was. Yeah, and then Dino May was another one I really appreciated. Dino, he was always the most fun to wrestle. His crazy style, and he was always fun.
I mean, you probably smack him around.
I don't know. He's almost like a sleeper build. He kind of you gotta watch Dino sometimes, but he'll come out with some weird things, and then he'll smack you in the mouth if you're not on your best game.
What about family wise, like family?
100% all day. My dad, he 100%. He was always. Sometimes he would, after like a match or anything, if I won, it was always the state championship goal. He was always it was hard because he was someone that was hard to please. Sometimes I would come off the mat and or come up into the stands or whatever, and he wouldn't even say good job. Sometimes he would just be like, all right, get ready for the next one. And some people thought that was kind of like tough love type of thing. It was kind of hard, but it was 100% the thing that made me stay focused to my goal. And so it 100%. I was glad to get that and kind of make him proud type of thing. And then my mom, because she was driving to all the tournaments, doing everything with me, and she was there the entire time.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Eastern Oregon, he's LHS. He went to Portland this weekend and finally got her done. The state champion, Kenai Huff. Two-time Research champion, two-time now state champion, Tommy Belding. Tommy, describe the feelings on Saturday. That's two.
Yeah, it felt good. Just completed another goal, getting my second title.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's so I mean, it almost looks like you're bored out there. I hate to say this, but like every match, pin, tuck fall, and it's like, where do you find, like something's got to drive you, because it's not that.
Yeah. I love wrestling, so I have fun going out there and beating people up.
Yeah.
Can't really get tired of beating people up. It's kind of just you find fun. You find fun in that.
Well, I mean, it looks like you kind of have fun with people. It's like when you get to the point of say I think I have your system kind of worked out in my head. Tell me if I'm right. I think you take a kid down, let him out. You take him down again, and then once you get up 6-1, you try for a pin the first time for a little bit. Is that close?
I like when I go out there, I try and get some points scored, take them down, make it look a little interesting, and then I think it's cool to get a tech pin, which is where you get right where you're about to tech them, and then you pin them to get the most amount of points.
Like up by 13 or 14, and
then
pin them.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest way you can win a match.
So that's kind of what you're going. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's like to a point now, at least in Oregon this year, where it's like where are you going to find? I mean, obviously, if we go to Hawaii or to Fargo, places like that, but like around here, who's your workout partner up there?
So I've been wrestling with Carson, Riley, Noah, and at the beginning of the season, and then Parker Robinson came in a little halfway through the season, and he's been a really good partner. I'm actually, after this, I'll be wrestling with him.
Yeah, he's a two-time state champ too, and a research champ.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good workout partner.
Is that kind of like the next progression? Like, I mean, not to take anything away from any of our guys. So, like, obviously, you can move up a little bit to higher weight classes. But when it gets to a certain point, you have to have somebody that's pushing you. Otherwise, you don't get better.
Yeah. Well, all my partners this year, we were good drill partners. We worked hard together, and I helped push them to their goals, and they also helped me get to my goals.
Right.
And then Parker, during the live goes, if I need someone to whip my ass, Parker was the guy.
I
was
like
good.
that. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, because it's good to be humbled every once in a while. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
But he's also a lot bigger than you. What, he outweighs by 25 pounds right now?
Yeah, 20 pounds.
Yeah. So what about you? Where did all this start? Where did wrestling start for you?
So I came out of the womb in my stance, and no, my dad's been number one supporter. He threw me in wrestling at a young age, and I've just been wrestling my whole life.
Yeah. Is it like father-son bonding type of thing? Like it's been your thing with your dad since you were little?
Yeah, it has been my thing with my dad. He used to take me on wrestling trips all the time on weekends. When I was in elementary school, we'd go boys trip down, hit a wrestling tournament. Next weekend, we're going to another wrestling tournament.
So you grew up in Baker, right?
Yep.
You live in Baker.
Yeah,
Why LeGrand?
wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Wrestling's the reason.
Yeah. Did you and your dad just kind of think you'd get a better opportunity at LeGrand?
Yeah, I think LeGrand, they go to the tough tournaments like Reese's.
Right.
They go to all these tough tournaments.
The Hawaii boys tournament.
Yeah, it was tough. Hawaii, Raleigh, all these tournaments. And Chloe's a good family friend of ours. My mom was his first student teacher. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we've known Chloe for a while, and
That makes me feel old.
yeah.
Chloe must have been really young when she
Yeah,
was his student.
I think
She had to.
she was his first ever student teacher.
Wow, that's
Yep.
crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that. This world is small. So outside of wrestling, is that all you do all year long? I mean, there's nothing else.
I do freestyle and Greco during the summer.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, I'll be over in Des Moines, Iowa, wrestling folk style nationals, and then I have a break period, and during football season, I'll just be hanging out with my
But you
buddies.
don't play any other sports.
I don't play any other sports, no.
Is it because you want to focus all on wrestling, or is there some? Do you just not like other sports?
I like other sports, but I really wanted to focus on wrestling. So when I made the decision to come to LeGrand for school, I just decided that I was going to go all in on wrestling, try and go to a D1 school for college.
That's your goal.
That's my goal.
So if you could wake up tomorrow and they said, Tommy, you can go to any D1 school you want to on the planet and wrestle, where are you going?
Well, I'm not sure. Penn State, I guess, if that's the situation, because
I mean, one of the two, right?
Yeah, Penn State's just above everybody. Yeah, they're so much
I don't know
better.
if they're going to be for much longer though.
I don't know.
It's going to be. I mean,
We'll see what happens there.
You see where Bassett went.
Yeah,
He must know.
I was
something
getting
that
good
we
too.
don't know. Because he's the top prospect this year.
Yeah,
He's not going to Penn State, which is kind of odd.
that is odd.
So D1 wrestling. What do you want to do when you get older? Like outside of, like you can't wrestle for. I mean, you can wrestle for a long time if you really wanted to. But I mean, like career-wise, like what do you want to do?
I have no clue what I want to do.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You're too young to worry about that. I don't even know what I want to do when I'm 45.
Yeah.
No, I found what I want to do finally. But so if you had a chance to, like Kenai, if you had a chance to thank everybody, whether it be family, coaches, or whoever, who's in your corner?
The list is long. I got my dad, my mom, of course, sister, then Chloe. Justin Hernandez for sure.
Yeah.
He got me in lifting with him, and that was a game
Breakfast
changer.
Club.
Yeah, Breakfast Club.
Oh, I can tell just between last year and this year how much stronger you. Like I can just look at you and tell that you're stronger this year.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
And even the year before was even more drastic.
Yeah.
Your from freshman to sophomore year was even more drastic body wise. But you can tell for sure.
That's good. And then, yeah, just all my coaches. Parker for
Everybody.
beating me up. Yeah, everybody.
Guys. You said, you know, like, you don't know what you want to do when you grow up, but do you, like career-wise, like, do you want to stay involved in wrestling? Is it a lifetime passion, do you think?
I'd like to stay around wrestling.
Coaching, maybe?
Coach, maybe. We'll see what happens.
Goals for next year? Rattle them off.
I want to go.
I'm not talking about just high school either. I'm talking about all together, wrestling-wise. What are your goals? From now till you graduate.
From now till I graduate.
Yeah.
Well, for my high school year next year, I want to go undefeated.
Okay.
I want to be the first person from LeGrand High School to do that.
I think that's very possible.
And then I want to find a college maybe to commit to.
Yeah.
I'll have to do good at national tournaments this summer. Get some coaches. Start talking to people.
Yep. Yep. And that's it.
I mean, those are two pretty good goals, I'd say.
I would say, well, you don't want to say like three-peat racers.
Yeah, we'll three-peat
I mean,
racers.
you're already the only LeGrand kid to ever win racers twice.
Yeah, let's three-peat it.
Yeah.
Three-peat racers, three-peat state.
But I might be one of the few, but I like a research championship better than I like a state championship. I think it's got a little bit more to it.
I'll agree with you on that.
I really
yeah.
do. Now, team-wise and representing your school, that it's state. But
Yeah.
when it comes to individual wrestling, Reese's is the top dog in Oregon in my eyes.
Yeah, it is. It's all divisions, all the tough schools.
Good. Eastern Oregon, he's two-time state champion, two-time research champion. Tommy Belding. Tommy, thank you.
Thank you.